Greetings, YouTubers. Neil Doss here for COMANDOLIN. Thanks for spending a little time with me this morning. Going to talk about Vivaldi's Concerto in C, which should almost be, I should say Vivaldi's Mandolin Concerto in C, which should almost be a standard in the solo mandolin, playing kind of repertoire, huh? So before we get going, just like to say my name's Neil. I'm here in Minneapolis doing the COMANDOLIN channel. Some tutorials, some music. I'm going to talk just equipment sometimes, just all things mandolin. If you're into that, sign on up and hit the bell for updates. And let's get started on this one. Okay, before we break it down, we'll just run through it one time, and here it is. Pretend I didn't screw up that one note. But, so there it is. Let's break it down, all right? All right, here we go. So it's all based, so much of it, I should say, is based on octaves. Sorry, not flipping you off. So much of it is based on octaves and this really simple repetitive picking pattern. So here's our first octave, which is, oddly enough, a G octave. Usually they start on a root note or something, and it's a concerto in C. But we're starting on a G octave here. 5th fret, D string. 3rd fret, E string. The little pattern is just the bottom note 1 time, top note 3 times. Just kind of do that for a little bit and get the rhythm. So the opening phrase is to do that 8 times. And when you're done with it, it just ends on a D note, the 5th fret A string. So check it out. Do it again. Now, bar the 3rd fret. Again, just the A and the E string, barring the 3rd fret. Do it twice. Don't do that at all. Do this twice. Up to the 5th fret. Now keep the 5th fret here, but go back to the 3rd fret on the E string, and again, do it twice. Now open E to the B note, twice. So before we get too far ahead, here's what we've just stitched together here, right? Well, I'll do the whole thing. Here's this. Do it again. From there, staying on the bottom E note, but going to the 5th fret. And then barring the 7th. And then ending there on the 7th fret of the A string. So again, here's that whole little thing. more time for that one part. Oops. I kind of messed it up that time. But so do we have it? Let's do it one more time from the top. Now from there we kind of leave the little octave pattern for a second and we do a little descending run. Starts on the 3rd fret. Third fret of the E string. And we're kind of going to backtrack our way down. So we're going to go 3rd, open to the 1st, down here to the 5th, and open. See how we're just walking back down? And we're going to do that twice. Let me see if I can talk through that in case I didn't show it well enough. But again, that's because it's a little pattern where it's an up pattern that backs its way down the scale, starting on the G note. Then open E to the 1st, the 5th fret on the A string, to open 3rd fret to the 5th fret to the 2nd fret. You're stopping on the B note right here. Got it? One more time. Then from there, 3rd fret, 7th fret, both on the E string, back to the 5th fret on the 5th fret on the A string, and then back to the 7th and 8th on the E string. Then we're going to land on this C note, 3rd fret, A string. So this whole little phrase there. So here's everything from the top so far. Up with it there. So from this note, we're going to do our little run again, twice. But now we're going to start taking that pattern that backs down, and we're going to start moving it up. So we're going to do it twice from the 3rd fret, like we have been. Now move up to the 5th fret. And we do that same little pattern. 5th, 5, 1, 3, open, 5, open, down here. Whoop. See our little pattern? It's the same pattern, just everything moved up a step. We only do it one time there, because then we're going to scoot it up one more step. Five, 3, 5, wait, no, 7, 3, 5, 1, 3, open, 1, 5, open, and 3 is, I believe, the actual notes. Yes, that's right. It's just the same pattern. And it ends in a C. So here's all 3 of them. You got this one that starts on the 3rd fret, twice, this one, so it winds up into 4 patterns. 2 of them started from the 3rd fret, 1 started from the 5th fret, and 1 started from the 7th fret. Here they are one more time. All right, maybe 2 more times. Got it? All right. From there, we go. That's really, we're coming along here. It goes into a building. I'll tell you what, I'll back up. Here again, I'll keep doing this. Is everything from the top, so we know how this is all fitting together. Which brings us to this part. Little run here, all third fret, starting on the open E 1 time, and up to the G note 3 times. Then you go open E, down to the C note 3 times, open A, down to the F note 3 times, open A, and then land on the C. So here, it's real easy in full speed. Scoot everything up. Starting on the 1st fret of the E string. Same pattern here, you're just going. So it's 1st fret, 5th fret, back to 1st, 5th here, then the 2nd, 5th, 2nd, and 5th. So those are your frets. It's where we're going here. All right, from there we're going 3rd to the 7th on the E string, and then 3rd to the 5th of the A string. So ending on that high E there. Is the last one. 5th to the 7th frets of the high string. And you're going to wind up right there on the D note. So go ahead and do that again. Whoops. Is all that last phrase is. I may have just screwed it up before. So here's that whole little thing. Hope that makes sense one more time. All right, so again, here's everything. We're just piecing it together as we go. Which is where we are right now. Now, we start a little build up here, just of octaves. Starting on an E note, 2nd fret of the D string, and open E. And then the same picking pattern. And then move up to the F. 3rd fret here, 1st fret of the E string. Move up again to the A, or to the G, I'm sorry. 5th fret here, 3rd fret here. Now the A, open A, and the 5th fret up here. Just working those octaves, moving up in octaves. Gonna go one more to the B. 2nd here, 7th up here. So you just climb from the E to the B, right up the scale. Now come back down here, bar the 5th fret. And you switch to doing the high note first, and the bottom note 3 times. Hold that high A note, and move the bottom note from the 5th to the 3rd. So you go. So. Now go down to your basic open G chord, but switch back to go on the bottom note once and the top note 3 times. So you're going. Let go to the open A string, but keep the 3rd fret up here. So again, that's, whoops, not like that. Move down to the 2nd fret, keeping the picking pattern the same, once down here, 3 times at the top. Move down to the 2nd fret. So you've gone. So all that together. And now go from the 3rd to the 7th, and you're going 1 here, 3 there. Let's see. Where was I? So you're just going 3rd fret to the 7th with the usual picking pattern. 1 down here, 3 up here. But then you're dropping on the octave, the B note 2nd fret on the A string, and back up here 3 times. Once again. Now you're just going to the A octave, open A, and the 5th fret up here. Back up to the B. Then the A to the F sharp note, 5th to 2nd on the high E. One more time. So here you're coming off this. Here's this whole thing again. We're so close. All right, just going to a C octave. 3rd fret here, 7th on the high, and same picking pattern. Scooch it down 1 fret, everything. Do them twice again. Scooch it back up 1 fret, do it twice again. So that's let's see, what are the last 2 notes? Hang on now. That's right, so it goes B, the 7th fret, to the A flat on the 4th fret. And then just this last run, it was kind of the second of the 3 that we were doing before. Our backtracking runs. It's 5th. For this, 5th, 1st, 3rd, open, 1st, 5th, open, 3rd. And then just this last thing, 3rd fret on here. We did this already before, it's real familiar. 3rd fret, 7th fret, 5th on the A string, 7th, and 8. And you just finish it with that big C chord, which is just the 5th fret here, between these 2, and then 7th and 8. So here's kind of that second part from the octave build-up. So that really is the whole thing. Here it is from the top, as slow as I can do it without messing it up. Thanks for tuning in today for a look at Vivaldi's Mandolin Concerto in C. It's a lot of notes, as most classical things are, but just most of them are octaves, and it's just that super simple picking pattern 90% of the time. So rewind it as often as you need, check it out, work on that, and we'll see you later with the next one. Happy playing from COMANDOLIN.